Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. Continuing on with combat quests, I've been hanging out with the baker, being all up and directly underneath him, stealing, because I need one bread. And now, I will make my escape from the city. We need this for the quests we're doing. That's why we get most items. Realistically. Anyways. Getting mauled by a bear. Fantastic. 36 combat. Not too shabby. And that should be going up pretty substantially with all the defense and prayer experience we're going to be getting. But we need to get a few more items for the quests that we're going to be doing. So let us go and get them. Next item is bat bones, which we got here from a giant bat. Once again, safe spotting with magic, because it's just so effective. It's just incredibly effective. Last items we're going to need will be over here in Catherby. Trade Arhine here. Grab a tinderbox. Let's go a little bit north to get some insect repellent. Now the insect repellent itself is not the item we need, but we need it to get the item. Right over here from the beehives. We're going to use the insect repellent on the beehive, immediately drop it, pick up this bucket that's conveniently here, and get ourselves some beeswax. Specifically called a bucket of wax in this case. Well, there we go. We are now ready to start. The Knights of the Round Table, King Arthur, and the quest we're starting. It is Merlin's Crystal. The first thing that we need to do here is figure out what's happening by talking to all the other knights. There's a lot of them. They're all over the place. Some of them have less than useful hints. Like, we need to find a powerful weapon. Excalibur. Oh, this guy actually had some useful info. Lady of the Lake. Very good. Let's see if he has any advice. He can't help. Well, thanks. So we're going to run all over Camelot Castle here, finding all the tidbits of information we need to get on with it. We have a lead now. After talking to the various Knights of the Round Table, they believe that Keep Lefay is where we need to be. But we can't get there through the front door. So we need to go by boat. So we are back here at Arhine. Technically we could have come here earlier, or right now, instead of coming earlier and getting the tinderbox and all that, but that's fine. We get the information that they indeed go there. So we jump into this crate. Notice it's a very short crate, but then we hide inside of it, and it gets tall. Could have used the death animation to shrink you down to the regular size. This is fun. And we get out of the crate, and we are here. And now it's time for some actual combat. These Renegade Knights, level 37, do a bit of damage. But our main adversary is going to be Sir Mordred. Let's see if we can get him stuck somehow. I like that. Oh, what? I want to have the option of safe spotting here. Keep my health up. We have to just run away. We can't effectively safe spot him with the stuff in this room. So our only option is to tank it. And that is why we brought all these cakes. Truly, more of a boss battle than the Khazard Warlord or the Black Demon. Morgan Le Fay's here. She trapped Merlin in his crystal. So now we are learning from her how to get Merlin back out. There's Excalibur, where we need to learn magic words from the Chaos Altar. And Excalibur is with the Lady of the Lake. And now she's gone. And now we can be gone. Holy Sir Excalibur. A Blit Black Candle. Magic words. To bind Thrantax. From here, ow, we'll have to just return when we're ready. We've got what we need, but we also need to get the words. And we're still having problems with getting around. We've got a few more options these days, so I think we'll be able to manage. Back in Lumbridge, I really do want to go get some more cards for the Chronicle. We only have one. And we should be getting a better money-making method. Well, a money-making method. Pretty soon here. So I'm going to invest a bit in more teleports. And then it is off to Varrock. The first of the three things that we need is right here at the Varrock Chaos Altar. A small inscription, which reads, Snarthon, Cantrick, Termanto. This will be on the test. So we have to write that down, remember it, look it up later. I've done these quests so many times at this point that I just already knew it before we got here. But you can't just know the incantation. That's not how things work. Unfortunately. Very specific steps that must be taken to complete quests. But I can work with that. Next up, we're going to seek the Holy Sword Excalibur from the Lady of the Lake over in Taverley. And we do not have a teleport to Taverley. Eventually we will have more teleports, but today is not that day. We're getting there though. We're getting there. On the way over here, I got a maze random. 60 death runes, 91 steel arrows, 6 nature runes. Going to be just selling all these to shops because we can't use any of these really at all. But first up, Lady of the Lake. I seek Excalibur. she has a test for us over in Port Sarim. So the walk continues. I think I'm going to go through Falador to sell the steel arrows and nature runes to the general store there. I think you can sell death runes, well, sell/buy death runes in Port Sarim. So we will do that when we get there. Don't think I'm going to hop worlds or anything for the steel arrows. They're not worth all that much, no matter how few I sell per world. But a few coins at this state of the account is still pretty good. So let's see what we can get for these. 72 each for the nature runes, not bad. Quickly goes down to 1 coin per steel arrow. Better than nothing. I think I might hop worlds for the death runes though. Those are gonna be pretty good. So let us get down to Port Sarim. That maze random was fantastic. Selling all the stuff, we now have 9,200 coins. So I'm feeling very generous for this beggar. So I'll give him my bread. Surprise! It's actually the Lady of the Lake. And we get Excalibur. Slightly better stats than the Adamant Sword. I'm not sure if it is the same speed though. Still, not a very good weapon. We could have a rune sword pretty soon here. Get a few more maze randoms throwing us a whole bunch of money. Maybe we will. But that should be everything we need back over on this side. So now we just need to go get a lit black candle. I think the fastest way for us to get over to Catherby is just going to be running there. So here we go. To make a candle. For a black candle, who better than the candle maker? He's not excited about it. Apparently it's bad luck. But we got it. And it is lit. So now, we just need to bind Thrantax to my will. At a magic symbol. Which is conveniently located right here at Camelot Castle. A lot of these really old quests that tell you to go to a specific location and find a thing would have been a lot easier back when they were released and there was significantly less things. Drop the bat bones. Got the candle. There we go. That's right. So finding the closest magic circle would have been really easy because there's very few things to even look at in the entire game. Let's see. Snarthon, Cantrick, Tormenta. Ah! What do we want? How to free him from the crystal, please. Hit him with the sword. I'm gonna be honest. Don't feel like I really needed his advice on hit him with a sword. We found Excalibur. That's a pretty good sword. Probably could have just tried smashing the crystal first. Instead of binding some ghost with a secret incantation and unlucky candles and bones and stuff. But I mean, whatever. It worked. Up. Up. And smash. You are welcome, Merlin. We did it. Merlin's crystal has been smashed, freeing said Merlin. Now back to the king. King Arthur. And we did it. For 6 quest points. That's a lot. And now, jumping right on in to the next quest. Again, with King Arthur. We need to try to get the Holy Grail. Our first bit of information on what to do here is going to be from Merlin, who we just saved, who only appears in this room when somebody that has completed Merlin's crystal opens the door. Or maybe it's the first time he spawns for us and he'll be there again. Previously in this room there was no Merlin. One of the more awkward ways to deal with changes after quests. But at any rate, the Holy Grail. We need to talk to Sir Galahad near McGruber's Woods. So that's not too far away. Look at this. Head right on over there. Sir Galahad was not particularly helpful with how to actually get to the Holy Grail. So instead, we're coming to the Holy Island of Entrana. But the Monk of Entrana disagrees with all of our armors and weapon. So we're not allowed to go to Entrana. So instead, it is time to introduce another mechanic that we're going to be making use of at least a few times. And that is table. You can put stuff on tables. Only some stuff, though. We should be okay with the Chronicle. Don't think that gives any stats. Let's drop this last cake here. Yeah, the Chronicle should be okay, I would assume. There are a few limitations with tables. You can't put untradeable items on there. So anything untradeable, like Excalibur and the Gnome Amulet, we're going to have to drop those. But for these items, we can store them on a table for 10 minutes, which is much longer than just dropping stuff on the ground. The problem, of course, comes when we get to untradeable items that don't have the drop option and just have the destroy option. Because in that situation, you wouldn't be able to put them on a table, you wouldn't be able to drop them. So you're pretty much just stuck with destroy. Or a different storage mechanic, if possible. So heading to Entrana, we will put our banned items on the table, including our staff and our sword, our pickaxe, our axe, and just kind of have to hope that nobody shows up in the next few minutes to pick up our items, because that is a possibility. Not too high. Most people would not check upstairs in Port Sarim for fun piles of things, but it is technically a possibility. So right before we got on the boat, we dropped Excalibur and our Gnome Amulet. So those are only going to stay on the floor for 2 minutes. So we must be quick about it. I seek the Holy Grail, and then a crone showed up. We'll ask her all the questions, because sometimes you just need to ask all the questions. I will get searching. Good luck. Quest is updated to tell us about the magic whistles, something from the Fisher King realm, to the haunted house. Fantastic. So we hop back on the boat, but don't actually get on the boat. Just take the boat. Take the boat without getting on the boat, back to Port Sarim, where all our items should still be. Right over here. Excalibur, no amulet. And then run upstairs to grab the rest of our things. You can see the cake that we dropped on the ground is gone, but the rest of our stuff is kindly sitting on the table. Now, if we wanted to spend more than 10 minutes on Entrana, then things would, of course, get more difficult again. We don't currently need to do that, so we're okay. Unfortunately, we now need to go back to Sir Galahad. And we still do not have too many options for transportation. We could walk to Sir Galahad, or we could walk to the Spirit Tree, and then walk from the Spirit Tree. That's basically the same distance. Alright. Someday we will have law runes and the magic level to use them, and it's going to be a great time. But for now, we run back to Sir Galahad. Alright, Galahad. We've got some new information. I need an item from the realm of the Fisher King. And he gives us the Holy Table Napkin. Fantastic. With this, we'll be able to find a whistle. You need a napkin to find a whistle. That's just how the magic works. Unfortunately, the whistle is back in Draenor. We have 14 minutes on our home teleport. So I'm going to use a Chronicle. It's worth it. Another thing that's worth it is getting 31 agility for this shortcut. Just kind of happened. We got to 25, and Grand Tree got us to 31. Now we can attempt to cross these stepping stones. You take a little bit of damage if you fall. Like that. But we're okay. Now we just need to head into Draenor Manor and get ourselves a whistle. It's very spooky here, with the fancy new lighting, with the HD plugin. Anyways, to find the whistle, you could search around all of Draenor Manor and not find it, because you need to go through this door with a napkin and grab 2 whistles. Very specific. Very, very specific what you need to do here. And now that you have the whistle, you just need to go to where the 6 heads face. Again, a hint that would make a lot more sense when the quest was released and the obvious giant stone heads were one of the few things that you could actually even look at and were very, very noticeable. As more and more things were added to the game, and then it stopped being RuneScape Classic, it became RuneScape 2. Things got a little bit more cluttered. But if you look around in the world, you can find weird stone faces. And they point to Karamja, which is where we need to go next. And here is what this anti-poison's for. Poison Scorpions, level 20. If we were level 41 combat, we wouldn't need to worry about this. We are not. So if we get poisoned, we have the solution with us. Maybe we can just run past all the Poison Scorpions and be fine. Hey. Nailed it. Blow the magic whistle. And now here we are in the Fisher King realm. Except everything's a mess. And there's this guy in the way. I am the Black Knight Titan. You must pass through me before you can continue in this realm. Said in ominous red text. Have at ye. But we're not going to do a fair fight here. You poke, and you walk back. And then you poke, and you walk back. Unlike many fights, where you just flinch them like this, you don't actually have to wait until the health bar goes away. His attack just is that slow, I guess. We've got 44 attack and 30 strength. So hopefully this doesn't take too long. If you come here with the base stats required for this quest, which is literally just 20 attack, it can take a while. It's still going to take a while. Let's try not to mess up, because he is level 120. He could hit pretty high. So I'm going to very, very slowly stab this guy to death. This peasant literally just stood here watching me stab the Black Knight Titan for 8 minutes. He really did not want to try to help. I guess it is a single combat zone, so there's nothing he could do. Talk to the fisherman. He'll explain that we need to ring this Grail Bell, which, like a lot of other things in this quest, wasn't here before you did that. Very mysterious, the lot of it. Now we are somehow inside the castle. We didn't just walk over a few bricks. That's also mysterious, I guess. Here is the Fisher King. I seek the Holy Grail. But first, we need to help him. We need to find his son, Percival. And if you check the quest log here, you get a good little hint that he is a Knight of the Round Table. That might have also been in the dialogue, but if you're stuck and you're not using a guide or anything, it's always worth checking the quest log. If we want to know about a Knight of the Round Table, we should go and check with King Arthur. Can I leave? Is it possible to leave? Magic whistle. There we go. Okay, Poison Scorpions. Round 2. Don't poison me. Hey. Good again. Fantastic. Back to Camelot. King Arthur didn't know where Percival was, so he just gave us this magical feather that points to the boots that he was looking for. Led us over here to Goblin Village, where he was in a sack with the boots. Lucky for him that he found the boots first before getting thrown in that sack, or we would have never found him. We'll send him back to his father with one of our magic whistles so he can get back in. So now, we need to follow him to the castle to get the Holy Grail. And by follow him, I mean walk back by ourselves. Of course. Things are looking much nicer here in the Fisher King's realm. Everything's nice and green. The door works. There's furniture. A solid upgrade. Except for this door texture. Eh, can't have everything. King Percival now. Everything is good. And now, we can get the Holy Grail. We open up a whole bunch of other doors. And go up this other tower, over here. And a ladder. Holy Grail. You feel that taking more than one Holy Grail might be greedy. We can't even drop in and take a whole bunch of extra Holy Grails. Nah, I'm good. Now we just need to return the Holy Grail to King Arthur. Here's our last chance to get poisoned by the scorpions. What do you think, guys? Aha, I missed again. We didn't need the super anti-poison, but it was still a very good idea to have it with us. Because boy would the poison have done a number on us. And we're still going to want this for future adventures in Karamja. But for now, we are out. And now we get to walk to Sears. But that's okay. Because we've got the Holy Grail. And that means the quest is complete. King Arthur, I have returned, victorious. 2 quest points, 11,000 prayer XP, and 15,300 defense XP. And also, a bonus hidden reward that you can now have a picture of King Arthur in your house. 30 prayer, 33 defense. And that gets us combat level 42. So now the poison scorpions aren't a problem. Unless I accidentally click on them, which could happen. The ultimate disrespect here, after helping so much, I'm just gonna drop Excalibur on the floor here at Camelot Castle and leave. Heading to Varrock for the next thing we're doing. Also, on the way there, I got a Quizmaster, and instead of taking the 1,000 coins, which honestly would have been pretty nice for me, I chose the mystery box, because you always choose the mystery box. We get 20 nature runes. Okay, okay. Can we sell that for more than 1,000 coins is the question. Let's see the general store here. We were at 9,085. We sell 10 per world. We go from 9,085 to hop in the next world. General store. 10,031. So, like 950 coins, basically. If I had a pile of nature runes, that would have been more useful. But hey, we got 10,000 coins now, so that's not bad. But I want to have far more coins than that. And to do so, we're going to immediately fall off a roof. Okay. We need to train agility. And we can do that up here at the Varrock agility course, since we got level 30. So that is what I'm going to do. Train agility, collect marks of grace. It's going to be a fantastic time. But it's very, very important. So I will return with a much higher agility level. And then we need to do other things to unlock more agility courses. Well, that is a task for next time. Goodbye.